Okay. So I have a message. Let me see what the volume is on this hoe. Like right there-ish. But yes, as you can see, I'm in the wilderness. I just needed to regroup myself and get back into nature. Anyone else, I definitely recommend. Get outside, that people hate. Love to joke and laugh about tree huggers, but it's just a different way to ground yourself. No shame and no ridicule in that. But I do have a message. What I asked Spirit was like, what is the message that the world needs to hear today? A plane. So something might be, I think that really goes in with the first part. Something must be coming in fast right now. I know the world kind of looks like in disarray right now. It looks very confused, very almost like we're not being told things we should know. Kind of having to uncover them for ourselves. There's a big energy of fear, but in a way where it's almost like we've lost. We sorry, right now, next person. We've lost kind of like or if we ever had them really, right? I guess the belief that there were like structured forms of truth, of authority. Because I don't know about you guys, but me myself, I never really trusted much in authority or authority figures. Maybe it's how I was raised. Maybe it's just who I am, but I don't know. Always just taught to question everything. Everything I'm told, everything, how something's framed, what I believe. Because the truth, I feel like, is very powerful. And because it's so powerful, it's often kept from us. Which is blasphemy, I feel. I feel like God and truth are one and the same. And to withhold that from someone is beyond what I can describe as tragic. But again, back to the original message. I feel like that has a lot to do with what's coming in right now, because the first card out immediately was movement, 8 of Wands. And with this energy, usually it means like something's coming in quick. So I'm like, that's why when I heard the plane, I was like, something's on route to you, you're taking flight. Because when I look at these, I think of like javelins, like, like from the older times, ancient times. Almost like how you used to throw it at something, to try to catch a meal, catch prey. And I don't like that word prey, but it's almost like now we're kind of catching the people that have preyed on us. Like this movement has a lot to do with like the people that have preyed on others, those people that have had that authority, had those positions of power now falling. It's happening quickly. And within like all of these people falling, as I'm seeing these flowers on the side of the card, and this looks like, like a beach. It's happening quickly to kind of like show us almost like the truth behind the beauty. Because I feel like the people in these positions have framed themselves to be very. I heard endearing, but I also heard like, what is that word? I don't know. Just be very like. I like lost the word and I just had it, but very like appealing, to the masses, to people. But they were anything but that. They weren't on the side of nature. They weren't on the side of truth. They weren't on the side of love, you know? They weren't working to uplift, empower, and help people blossom, right? Because I'm seeing the javelins like are directly like pointed like almost like aiming at these flowers. Like they were taking aim at us, and now they're the ones that are falling. They can no longer benefit. Whether it was behind closed doors, like on these javelins, I think it's supposed to represent like the energy of the wands, like the fire. But to me, it looks like gems. So it's almost like they've gotten a lot of abundance from stopping other people's growth. And that's not something that goes unpunished. They do say God sees everything. Every thought, every behavior, every feeling, every action, every inaction. God is all seeing. God sees everything. You can't hide. You might be able to hide for a long time from others. Even sometimes from yourself, right? If you get, if you're in a state of denial long enough, but you can't hide from God. And eventually God will not let you hide from the world. Good or bad. you know? And then right after this, which is what kind of like led me into this to connect the dots a bit, was the Five of Cups disappointment. You see how she lost 2 of her cups, 3 of them are still there, but she doesn't care. Her backs are turned toward it. And I feel like this has like double meaning. Sorry, the wind, the trees. Oh, they kind of speak to us. They do speak to us. It's confirmation. So it has 2 meanings, this disappointment card. One is that, the fall of these predators, of these people that have, these abusers, these people that have built their wealth by stepping and destroying and disempowering others. They're being not only are we viewing them and feeling very disappointed, kind of like I said, like losing those authority figures or those people that we would use as reference points, right? Because again, they don't show themselves to be abusers, right? They rarely do. It's very subtle, I feel sometimes, like this is almost like the world turning its back on them. Like this is all that you've kind of like, they thought they were very comfortable. They were very comfortable in what they had gained, what they had built on others' suffering. They were living lavish, they were living large, without checks and balances, thinking they were God, thinking they were beyond reproach. But they're facing